People have quickly gotten further removed from agriculture and know less and less about where their food comes from and how it is grown. While walking through your local grocery store, you will find asparagus, cherries, and strawberries. That asparagus could have been grown in China, the cherries grown in Turkey, and the strawberries grown in Spain. Even though Michigan is a leading producer in all three of these commodities, and many others like it, as Michigan is the second most diverse state in agriculture. We, as an agriculture community, cannot close the knowledge gap between farm and fork if we do not showcase the local Michigan farmers, producing the same produce that is grown in our backyards rather than oceans away. I am going to focus on the most localized group of people within our food chain, regional Michigan farmers. More specifically, small-scale farmers who utilize farmers markets as their main customer base and source of income. Through this film, I will work to showcase what the food system can look like and how small-scale regional farmers are educating consumers and closing the farm-to-fork gap. Herb and Wendy Conifer are small-scale mid-Michigan farmers living in Owasso, Michigan, and they own Sandy Ridge Farm and Bakery. Before retirement, Wendy was a bakery manager at a local bakery in East Lansing, Michigan from 1985 until 2014. Over the years, Wendy learned the tips and tricks of baking, and once retirement hit, her and her husband decided to build their own wood-fired oven to sell breads along with their maple syrup and vegetables while getting fully certified through the state of Michigan. Herb is currently serving on the Meridian Farmers Market Board after being a long-time vendor since 2015. Wendy and Herb's daughter is currently an agriculture education teacher at a local high school. They believe in educating their consumers about what they are purchasing at the farmers market. I asked them how they think small-scale Michigan farmers who go to farmers markets are closing the educational gap between producers and consumers.
Well, I've noticed that most customers don't know what questions to ask us about how we make our bread. They really don't know where to start to find out. And so we volunteer a lot of information. We let them know where we get our flour and what kind of flour we use. We let them know when we bake. We talk about sourdough starters versus yeast products. Herb and I like to educate our customers as we go, and that helps them because they gotta be wondering where their food comes from.
Absolutely.
And even though they don't know how to ask, we like to tell them anyway.
Tell them too much sometimes.
According to Amanda Shreve, the executive director of the Michigan Farmers Market Association, we currently have 250 active community-based farmers markets around the state with thousands of farmers who depend on these markets to connect and sell to consumers. Let's introduce another small-scale Michigan farmer, Chris Stanford, the owner of Stanford Family Beef in Springport, Michigan. Having built such a strong customer base because of the interactions fostered at farmers markets, they've expanded to a roadside stand.
That gets a lot of people through on Sundays. We might do that once a month just because a lot of that clientele could come this way too if we build our name there. So that's another reason we may not fully leave farmers market, just continue to work there.
Chris and his wife Jackie currently work full-time careers in the agriculture industry with the hopes of one of them being able to stay at home with their kids in the near future. Using radical choice theory, they knew in order to have this financial freedom, they would regularly have to attend their local farmers markets to sell their beef products and build relationships with consumers.
The opportunity to grow and really be able, maybe for one of us to come home at some point full time, this was the right route to go. But also just expanding and being able to get some of that needs in front of the consumer.
Michigan farmers markets provide many different opportunities to Michigan farmers as well as Michigan consumers. But let's face it, agriculture is a complex system with many moving parts. I'm a senior here at Michigan State University studying agriculture education, and I feel as though I've only reached the tip of the iceberg in terms of fully understanding the inner workings of agriculture and our food system. Let's hear from consumers Charles and Karen Scoville, who pick to regularly shop at farmers markets rather than big box stores. They love shopping at farmers markets for a multitude of reasons. The relations they have built with their local farmers are important to them. How do they encourage other consumers to attend farmers markets and promote agriculture education?
We take people with us. We've taken friends with us that, just let's go check out the farmers market. We've heard there's something new there. They've nice. And we've even checked out farmers markets when we've been camping. That's one of our kind of fun thing to do on Saturday morning. So all over the state of Michigan, we've been to different farmers markets on Saturday or Sunday mornings. We went to the one up in Tawas, and we went to one down by Yep, and down by Detroit. We've been to when we went camping down there, Chelsea, and so we've been to different ones all over the state. And it's just we've been able to find different things that we haven't been able to find at our own.
According to a study done at Purdue University, small-scale farmers make distinctions between themselves and other types of farmers. Small-scale farmers have trouble describing their farming identities because it is complex, with overlapping meanings and boundaries that are highly contextual. Small-scale regional farmers who sell at farmers markets not only grow the food we eat, but they also provide consumers with educational opportunities not found elsewhere. We, as an agriculture community, are slowly working to close the farm-to-fork gap through educational opportunities presented at farmers markets while providing a living for small-scale regional farmers.